In the 2012 election, African American voters surpassed white voter turnout for the first time ever. A new analysis from the census data by the Associated Press shows that African Americans voted at a higher rate than other minorities in 2012, and by most measures surpassed the white turnout for the first time ever. And here, well, first of all, we know why, and I'll get into that, and I'll tell you more information about this interesting data. But one thing about African Americans, I think one thing about any oppressed group, right, that is trying to overcome oppression, and I'm not saying that African Americans are the most oppressed group. I think there are groups that are oppressed as well. There's Latino folks that are oppressed. There's women that are oppressed. There's a lot of groups that are oppressed, and we can't compare oppressions. But one thing I will say is when you have had put blood, sweat, and tears into fighting for your rights, i.e., the right to vote, the right to sit at the front of the bus, the right to sit at the front of the lunch counter, the right not to be discriminated against in applications, the right to register to vote, all those rights that African Americans fought for over the years. As much as from time to time, we are a very nonchalant community. When we feel as though those rights are being jeopardized, when we feel those rights are being taken away, we're going to stand up to that, no matter who you are. So yes, we have the right to vote, and we haven't turned out in record numbers in the past. But when Republican governors and Republican state legislators tell us that we now cannot vote, of course we're going to turn out. And we turned out so much that African Americans outperform their voter share. They're representing 30% of the total votes cast in 2012, but they only make up 12% of the entire population. America. Despite all those obstacles facing us in disenfranchisement, we still came out in record numbers as the African American voting bloc. And that says something about what this president means.